Today is a day to remember, a day that we won't soon forget, nor will we forget why this day is special. Reggie Fils-Amie, beloved president of Nintendo of America, is retiring, and you've for sure seen the news by now. You've probably watched his goodbye video, but we wanted to give Reggie a little bit more. He deserves it as captain of this Nintendo ship for 15 years. Today, we're talking our 5 favorite Reggie moments.
You mentioned that goodbye video, and we're not going to include it as one of the 5 moments, guys, don't worry. But that video hit me kind of hard, honestly. He's just been such a mainstay for Nintendo for a very long time. He's been working for them for 15 years. He's been there at every single E3, at every single hardware launch. He's given us so much, all the memes, all the funny antics. No other CEO ever behaves the way Reggie does. He did skits with he did so much more, and I really appreciate him for that, and I'm sad to see him go.
Yeah, I could tell you're getting choked up earlier. It made me feel sad, and I'm definitely a feelings and emotions kind of person with this sort of stuff. I don't remember the specific moments as well. I've seen The Office 7 times through, and I can't even tell you the names of certain episodes, but I do know how Reggie made me feel, from his cadence to his commanding presence to his oversized outfits and his oversized personality. He definitely is one of my favorite people ever in video gaming. And if you have a fun story or memory to share about Reggie, or just how you're feeling on a day like today, you can call into the SwitchForce VentLine, 321-300-5293. You can leave a voicemail, your first name and where you're from, and you might be featured in a coming video. Again, that is 321-300-5293. Give us your favorite Reggie moment.
Bowser has been left with very big shoes to fill, Zach.
Hold on, we have to just talk about how this is one of the most perfect things in the history of the planet. And if you ever believe any of those theories from people like Elon Musk that we're just part of a simulation, Matrix style, this is one that affirms that for me. Because what are the odds that a man named Bowser takes over the Nintendo castle?
Okay,
How is this even possible?
All right, Zach, we should probably acknowledge him. He also has a first name. We're only calling him Bowser because he is now the big bad or big good over at Nintendo.
He better do good. He does have big shoes, big pants, a big suit coat, big hair, a lot of big things, big smile.
Doug Bowser.
Gabe, the Reggie smile.
Name.
Yeah.
Let's give him some respect.
Little Dougie Bowser. It's unreal that that's happening. It makes me beyond happy on a day where I was feeling pretty nostalgic and sad. So, Bowser, we trust you. Please don't capture too many princesses. Please don't unleash too many bad games. Carry the Switch gently, carefully, but with strength, pride, and firepower.
I made a joke on the other videos, Zach, that now we're just gonna get like villain-themed games.
Oh gosh, oh man, Waluigi is back, baby. Dude, this is how Waluigi entered Smash Bros. Ultimate. Bowser is like, you know what, I'm sick of these heroes. Joker, we don't want any of that. Rick, come on. It's time for Waluigi to take center stage.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna go for me. So before we get into the moments here, Zach, do you have any last things you want to say about Reggie and his time at Nintendo, how fondly you're gonna remember it?
I just have to say that for me, growing up with Nintendo, growing up with games, it was a reliable presence, and I always just got like a sense of, I don't know, maybe this is a poor comparison. It was like if Santa Claus stepped on stage, this is how I, when I was younger, like revered Reggie. Like, he's about to deliver the biggest news, and his cadence is so majestic. It's almost like borderline Kingdom Hearts. With the way that he just like slowly but confidently enunciates what they are going to do and how they are going to make your life better. And I love that he has a business-like attitude and a very, again, just like a commanding presence, yet fun and happiness and just joy of gaming and of life is at the core of it. You always know that he has good intentions, good vibes, and let's get into his greatest moments.
You're Reggie. You work for Nintendo.
Not anymore! I'd like to introduce your new boss, Tanner, my successor.
How is this going to work?
I don't know. Ask him. He's the boss.
All right, moment number 1, Zach. Did you know? Yes, Doug now has to fill his shoes. His shoes needed filling one time before this. It was back in 2005. The Nintendo World Championships were making a comeback, and Reggie decided that he was going to quit Nintendo and he was going to go participate in them. Do you remember this at all, Zach?
It's a beautiful moment, and it feels a lot like today's moment where he just puts somebody else in charge, except back then it was a kid, and now it's a Bowser.
I love the way he says, I don't know, ask him. I'm not in charge anymore.
Yeah, that was some extreme foreshadowing many years ago, but it does capture just the fun and the zesty just enthusiasm that Reggie brought to it. How many other CEOs, how many other presidents are over there getting goofy like this and just having a good time?
Yeah, not a lot. And that's why I'm a little bit more sad, for him going away. We've had other CEOs go away, just, retire. And it's a thing that happens. But Reggie was such a part of the Nintendo-verse in general, not just, running the company, which he did beautifully. He also provided moments like this, Zach. One other moment that I thought was really, really cool, and it became a meme of its own. My body is ready / my body is Reggie.
So today, I think we'll do it with Reggie. Hi.
My body is ready.
Hi. Okay, Reggie, please stand on the Wii balance board. So are you wearing just a light layer
Clothing? Heavy clothing.
And this was back in the day when they were showing off the Wii Fit, the balance board, and they really needed someone to test it on. And here comes lumbering Reggie just stepping up, and he says, hey, my body is ready.
Beautiful. Again, this guy, my body is not ready for him to go. My body is always Reggie, but never ready for his departure. I think this, to me, is like the most notable Reggie phrase of all of them, at least in my world sphere that I exist in.
Mm-hmm. It's an Urban Dictionary, for crying out loud. It became way more than it was ever meant to be. I think he was just being a little like shy and goofy on stage. So it's really cool to see that this is going to carry on his legacy.
Yeah, it's this one and that Reggie smug smile, but it's a good smile, but it's like, hey, we have the coolest games and the greatest system. I also remember all the times he's worn like shirts and he's like teasing, but he's not teasing. I like that a lot about Reggie as well. And he wasn't afraid to go out there and kind of lay down the law, as we'll see in moment 3.
One of our competitors is a manufacturer in Japan who wants to capture every one of your entertainment dollars, transporting all your content between all your electronics devices on their memory sticks. We're not that company.
So in this moment, we see Reggie talking a little bit of smack to his competitors. Here specifically, he's talking to Sony. Back in the PSP.
It wouldn't be Xbox because now they're best buds.
Sure, but I don't know if he was like in reference to like the Vita or the PSP when Sony always wanted to do
the PS3, the price of that PS3.
Yeah, but he was also talking of like their own like memory things. I think he was talking to proprietary
memory.
Yeah. So all of that, Reggie was not afraid to speak his mind and just say it like blatantly that is not Nintendo. They are not the company that is going to be doing and pulling that type of shenanigans with you guys.
Yeah, I just love to believe that this is the origin of the Microsoft Nintendo love affair that's going on right now, that Microsoft was just like, gosh, man, you could have called us out, but Reggie, you did it to Sony. We're going to give you a big round of applause and maybe even Xbox Live.
Yeah, one day Xbox Game Pass will be on your hybrid console.
It's a good one for sure.
All right, so we've seen him lay the smackdown here a little bit, Zach.
Biosynthetic infiltration android.
It's huge.
Yeah, life-size, and it's totally indestructible. Except, do not give it water, it will explode, and it only has 5 minutes of battery, but other than that, it's totally rad. Okay, I'm approaching Nintendo. Oh no. The security guard. How am I going to get past this?
Oh, hello, Reggie.
Thank you, security guard.
We saw this little skit that him and Mega 64 did. That was like so cool. Like as soon as he retired, that was one of the first things that came into mind because he did do so many skits. There was the puppet one that we won't talk about for too long, but he
did like those puppets.
Yeah,
though.
He was always game to try like fun things like this, and this one where there is like a robot Reggie is one of my favorites as well.
Yeah, the fact that he would even do this, like I'm so bummed now, Gabe.
He's a president
I
of
was
a
bummed
company.
before the video
He shouldn't
started,
be
and now I'm...
like, presidents of companies don't go around doing things like this, dude. Like, they really don't.
I'm so curious to see if Bowser tries to match, if Bowser just does his own thing, because whether it was E3, whether it was at, you know, the Switch launch event, that was the closest I ever got to Reggie. And I know, Gabe, you've been very close to him as well, maybe even
I bumped into him by
too
mistake.
close. Yeah, but I was very close to Reggie at the Switch reveal event. He walked right past me, and he's a big dude. He was so excited to unveil that Switch to press and people in New York. It was an awesome and just unforgettable moment, but I just... Again, like, even in that situation, right? It's a huge day for Nintendo. It'll probably go down as one of their biggest days ever. And yet he was joking around with media friends. He was, you know, being fun. He was being just himself. And I love that personability that he carried even on the biggest stages.
Reggie was a part of a lot of weird E3 presentations, Zach, and one of my favorites was when he told Cammy from Nintendo back in the day. They were playing Wii Sports Resort, and Reggie absolutely demolished Cammy, and then he hit her with the phrase, "That's why they call me the Reginator."
That was too quick.
That's why they call me the Reginator.
What a boss. Also, what a strange time for Nintendo. It brings you back to like Wii Sports Resort, Wii Music, all just the strange era of Wii. And I guess it was a very successful era in some standards, but I feel like they have matured in a way of communicating with fans. And now, you know, with the power of their directs and how well they appeal each and every time they get up there, like, that's also impressive to see how Reggie has evolved and see how they've evolved the company. But this is a good one. So many good nicknames. Like, I don't even have a nickname, Gabe.
Okay.
Reggie has a bunch.
Here, look. Do you want a nickname now?
I don't know if I've earned it yet.
Nah, you haven't. So you're right. No nicknames for you.
Those are our 5 favorite Reggie moments. Some super good ones, and I'm sure there's some we missed as well. So make sure to let us know your faves in the comments down below, or if you want to call in and leave us a voicemail, again, that's 321-300-5293. I will miss the man. I will miss the moments that he gave us, and just the way that he honestly was just such the face of Nintendo and the face of their biggest reveals. And now we go into a world where, is that Doug Bowser? Is that someone else? What do they do? How do they carry forward? I think that's both interesting, terrifying, and exciting, because coming 3, there no longer will be Reggie.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.